Welcome back to Dividend Investing with Lincoln. So look, today we're going to talk about one of my favourite subjects, which is real estate, but not buying property, dealing with tenants. We're going to talk about real estate investment trusts. So this is one way that you can participate in the real estate market. You can get some of those capital gains, the juicy capital gains that everyone talks about, while also bringing in some pretty consistent and nice income through dividends. So look, stick around with me, learn a bit more about REIT investing, real estate investment trusts, and let's get into it. Real estate. It's the stuff of kings. Own property, charge people to use it, and everybody needs a roof over their heads. Now, whether or not you like real estate, the reality is the world still has limited land, limited buildings, and everybody needs at least some buildings somewhere in their life. And this is one of the reasons that I enjoy investing in real estate. As part of our investment holdings, we do have a number of REITs. We'll talk about a couple of those today, and I'll be discussing some of the reasons why I do enjoy REITs. Now, I don't just go out there and buy REITs at any value, and there are a range of different type of REITs as well. Some of them invest in mortgages, some invest in property. Now, Realty Income Corp is one of the REITs. It's a dividend aristocrat. They've been paying an increasing dividend amount for several decades now, and they're billed as a monthly dividend company, I think it is, and they pay dividends monthly, so it's quite a nice setup that they have here. Now, as usual in fast graphs, we're going to use a price to AFFO, the adjusted funds from operations. It's kind of like a price to earnings multiple for normal companies. Now, here in orange, we have the 15 times line for the AFFO, and we can see this has been increasing fairly steadily, and quite a large increase actually in the last several years due to some recent activity by Realty Income. So, why do I like real estate investment trusts, these REITs? Well, the reality is if I can get them at a good price, they provide reasonably good growth, they provide a reasonable starting yield, and those dividend yields do increase often at a reasonable rate over time. So let's have a quick look down here. So as we can see from the change every year, it sort of increases 2, 8, 2, 17, 7, 7, 7, 5, 6, 4, 4, 2, 9, 8. So there's a reasonable amount of increase every year. Now on top of the increase in the AFFO, I'm also getting a reasonable dividend yield, and as I said, we can see that dividends are increasing every year as well. So this is all good. Now the next thing is, like all companies, the price of the REIT changes. Now if I can get it closer to the orange line, and I can hold it perhaps up until today, I can see that over this period of time here from about 2013, if I picked it up at around 15.5 times price to AFFO, and held it through to today, I would have had a total annualized return of about 10%, which is reasonable. It's not earth-shattering, but it's reasonable. Now, REITs mean that I don't have to buy real estate. I don't have to worry about toilets backing up. I don't have to worry about pipes bursting. I don't have to worry about tenants calling me. I don't have to worry about getting large loans. Now, it's not all peaches and cream, and I'll make some additional videos on why I like REITs at a later date. But this just one chart here shows you that from a REIT I can get reasonable returns. Now, at the same time, these are reasonable returns on an annualized basis. It's reasonably consistent, and it also brings in reasonable income. And ultimately, these are the reasons that I do enjoy REITs. Now, not all the REITs are going to be sort of as stable as Realty Income, and I'll flick through a couple more here quickly. So here's one where I have a position in Simon Property Group, or SPG. It's much more variable, being a shopping centre focused REIT. It's got a good S&P credit rating. Unlike Realty Income and Dividend Aristocrats, SPG has sort of decreased their dividend, increased it, and then sort of decreased it quite strongly in response to the pandemic, and then they've been increasing it again quite strongly since the pandemic as well, as things sort of opened up and they got back to business as usual. So it's got quite a variable price. Now, being a shopping centre REIT with pandemic closures and everything, the price to AFFO dropped into the fives during the depths of the pandemic at the very start, and even now they're only up to about 11 times. But what this does mean is we've got quite a nice dividend yield of 6%. As we can see, the dividend has has increased quite a bit. And in contrast to Realty Income, we can see that the AFFO is much more variable than it is with Realty Income. Now, if I can buy a company like this at a good valuation and hold it for a number of years, I can often buy it cheap, benefit from relatively high dividend yields, hold it for several years, sell it at a higher amount, and you can then begin to take that profit and cycle it back into another company or another real estate investment trust, which is trading at a lower multiple. And you can do this several times, perhaps over a decade or two, and actually generate some fairly substantial returns. So, SPG, if we're talking about, what analysts are expecting, I'll switch to the normalised price to AFFO as they've evidenced over the last 5 years. It's about 15 times. It's not that much different to the standard 15 times. But if these AFFO levels and these estimates are met and price returns to 15 times, we'd expect a sort of a 60% rate of return over this period till the end of 2024, or a total annualised return of about 25%, and that includes the dividends. So potentially quite a nice return there. And as you can see from this black line here, prices have been appreciating fairly strongly for a portion of this year. Federal Realty Investment Trust. So again, this is another company that's been increasing the dividend year in, year out. Again, we're on AFFO. Bit more variable than Realty Income. Again, you can see a very strong drop due to the pandemic. In both the GFC and in the pandemic, though, they actually didn't really decrease far below this 15 times. So if you could ever pick it up at 15 times, it looks like that would be an absolute steal. At the moment, we can see it's got a price to AFFO of about 23 times, and most of the time it trades at a very princely 28 times. Dividend yields about 4%. We can see they have a propensity to increase the dividends quite a bit. And kind of like the SPG, we can sort of see that the AFO on this line here has been sort of quite a variable change over the years as well. So again, another sort of good option. And again, if you can buy it close to this 15 times price to AFFO, and you can hold it for a number of years, you could potentially buy in at a low price, sell out at a higher price, and then recycle those capital gains into other investments. Essex Property Trust is one where I've just been starting to initiate a position recently. Again, another dividend aristocrat, raising their dividends for about 25 years consistently. Currently trading at about 16.8 times price to AFFO, a little bit higher than what I'd like, but they tend not to hit this 15 times very often. They hit 15 times back here in the 2009 period in response to the global financial crisis. They didn't quite reach there in the pandemic. And Essex Property Trust is focused on apartments, so that probably sort of explains why, in terms of the pandemic, I mean, we're still sort of stuck at home. It's not like the shopping centre REITs like Federal Realty or Simon Property Group. But at the moment, we've got a reasonable price to AFFO ratio here. We've got a reasonable dividend yield, and we know from history that they tend to focus on increasing the dividend. Again, the AFFO changes can be quite choppy. A few decreases here post-pandemic, a strong increase in 2022, and some pretty strong anticipated increases in the future. I'm going to switch to forecasting. I'm going to switch to the price to AFFO ratio from the last 5 years being at about 22 times. If prices return to that and these earnings, the AFFOs are realised, by the end of 2024 we could be sitting on total rate of return of about 65%, or 26% per year. So that's quite nice, and this is one of the reasons why I quite like REITs. Now, of course, prices can go down, prices could go down, the earnings estimates might change. And I'll look at some other examples lately of where earnings estimates have cataclysmically changed for some companies, and we'll have a look at what happens then to stock prices. So a last final option here is Essential Properties Realty Trust. So again, this is a relatively new company. It's sort of traded all over the place. It's got a reasonable dividend yield here. Dividends are reasonably strong. It's trading just pretty much bang on at the moment at about 15 times price to AFFO. It's a very small company here with a market cap of only about $3 billion. But over time, if they continue to do reasonably well, and if they return to a sort of a 20 times price to earnings ratio by the end of 2024, we might be expecting about a 57% total rate of return, or an annualized rate of return of about 25%. One of the things I do like about this type of company here is if we again look at these analyst estimates, they're fairly stable over 6 months ago 1.73, previous estimate about 1.68. So a small decrease, but not substantial. So I think there's a potential here for some reasonable price appreciation. We can see that there's an expectation here for dividends beginning to increase a bit. So here I think is another nice option. So again, just to recap, I like REITs. I can get exposure to real estate. I don't have to worry about tenants, and I can trade in and out. I don't have to negotiate lengthy options to buy property. I don't have to negotiate big loans from the bank. I don't have to worry about tenants, signing up new tenants, finding new tenants. REITs, the management team, they sort of handle all of that for me. So I can sort of sit back, I can look for those consistent increases in price, those consistent increases in the dividends, and I can choose to buy at times that I think are advantageous. I do like REITs. Now, if you think this is a useful video, if you found anything useful here today, do hit the subscribe button, do hit the thumbs up button, and I will see you in the next video.